Professor Subhashish Ghosh is a faculty member in theoretical physics at the Institute of Mathematical Sciences, Chennai, in the Quantum Optics and Quantum Information Research Group. His research interests are foundations of quantum mechanics, quantum information theory, and quantum computation. He obtained his PhD from ISI Kolkata and worked on foundations of quantum theory and quantum information theory. He spent 6 months in 2001 as a visiting fellow in the Electrical Engineering Department of University of California, Los Angeles. He worked at ISI Kolkata and IMSC Chennai before joining the Computer Science Department of University of York, UK as a research associate for 2 years. Since 2006, he is with the Institute of Mathematical Sciences, Chennai. He is actively involved in organizing the second IMSC Complex Systems School in cooperation with the Santa Fe Institute, USA, which is an intensive 4-week school to introduce research on complex phenomena in physical, biological, and social systems. Today his talk will be on entanglement, sudden death in bipartite quantum systems under local heat bath dynamics.
I'd like to thank the organizers for giving me a chance to participate in this workshop. So this is a work which I have done with my PhD student Sandeep Goyal. This is not yet completed, so I will give here some partial results. So, entanglement sudden death is a phenomena which people have discovered, people like Eberle and Wu. So, they have discovered in 2004. Well, it's for people who are working in quantum information theory, this is, I mean, it seems that it is nothing new. But from practical aspect, this is really interesting. So we know that quantum systems are quite fragile, and so they interact with the environment quite frequently. So the one of the most important task for preparing quantum computation, building quantum computer, is to get rid of or to control the decoherence effect. So before we want to control decoherence effect, we should understand the models of decoherence, how to control it, and therefore, because entanglement is such important phenomena in every aspect of quantum information theory, so it's also good to know what are the states which are more fragile to decoherence, which are less fragile to decoherence, etc. So in this talk, I would like to talk about these decoherence phenomena under a particular model of decoherence, which is local heat bath dynamics for 2-qubit system and also for 2-mode Gaussian states. Okay, this is abstract. So the outline of the talk is, I will talk about first the general evolution of a bipartite quantum system under Markovian heat bath dynamics. I will only consider Markovian master equation, and then I will talk about these relation of between Markovian master equation and then Lindbladian, and of course, I will have to talk about the Krauss operators. These are all well known things, but for particularly for students, I would like to mention some of them. And then the important phenomena, which is entanglement sudden death, which is a kind of comparison between the loss of coherence of individual system and loss of entanglement. I will talk about that. Then I will talk about the entanglement sudden death for particular class of 2-qubit states, which are called X states. Then I will go to the general consideration of 2-qubit states for entanglement sudden death, Then I will talk about these entanglement sudden death phenomena for 2 mode Gaussian states and then go to the conclusion. Okay. So, here is a brief introduction to this Markovian heat bath dynamics. So, in Markovian dynamics what we do, we have a system S which is which has got. So, because we are here we will only consider a qubit or a harmonic oscillator. So, either for qubit 2 qubit system, the Hamiltonian of the system it looks like this. So, the sigma z for the first system and plus sigma z for the second system, and for the 2 mode or say 2 harmonic oscillator modes. So, you will have this is the free Hamiltonian, this is the frequency or the free Hamiltonian for the second mode. So, we have these Hamiltonian for the free. So, free Hamiltonian for the system. Then the bath Hamiltonian, we can take several types of interaction, several types of baths. Generally, we take this harmonic oscillator bath. So, here I will take the bath Hamiltonian is a system of infinitely many harmonic oscillator, non-interacting harmonic oscillator corresponding to these frequencies omega m. Okay. So, this is the sum of the Hamiltonians of the infinitely many harmonic oscillators. Of course, I have neglected the vacuum energy term. So, either this part for the first bath which will interact with the first system, or this Hamiltonian which will interact with the second system. So, here we are considering interaction locally, and then I will consider the interaction of a specific form which is dipole type interaction. So, therefore, we will have this total Hamiltonian, the free Hamiltonian for this system and the interaction Hamiltonian for system and bath. Okay. Now, for initial state of the bath, I will take the thermal state. So, for 2 baths I will take the same thermal state here for the first bath and the thermal state for the second bath. So, once we take this as the initial state, this rho s 0 is the initial state of the system which can be any density matrix, but the state of the bath is this thermal state. So, under this total Hamiltonian, so because it is a closed system, the system and bath, so we will have the dynamics of the system which is given by this unitary evolution of the initial state of system and bath, and therefore, we will have to take trace over the bath degrees of freedom to get the dynamics of the system. Oh, what is this? Well, this should be called as rho s, not time derivative. This is just the state of the system is time evolved state of the system, do not take this derivative, is the trace of this time evolved entire system. Okay. And so, if I take the derivative of time derivative of this, I will have to take time derivative on this side. So, this will give me the dynamics of the system. Now, because we do not have control over the environment, so basically we it is very difficult to find a closed form of a time evolution equation for the system density matrix. Nevertheless, under certain assumptions which we use as Born, Markov and rotating wave approximation, under these assumption I can write the dynamics of this system density matrix in this form. So, this is the unitary evolution form which we are familiar with for a closed quantum system, and this is the dissipative part. Okay. So, this is also you can consider it to be a Hamiltonian, it need not be the original Hamiltonian of the system, and this is called Lamb shift Hamiltonian. So, when we talk about dissipation, we generally neglect this part because this corresponds to just energy shift. So, we generally neglect this part. Okay. So, this dynamical equation describes the dynamics of the system density matrix, and generally this is called as a master equation. Okay. Now, what is the form of the dissipator for this particular dynamics? Because I have taken particular Hamiltonian for the system, particular Hamiltonian for the bath, and particular kind of interaction. So, the dynamics, I mean these dissipation, it can be shown that this dissipator will have this particular form, which is also known as, so these operators j plus, j minus, etc., they are known as the Lindblad operators. So, here this j minus 1 is a kind of annihilation operator, operators. This one corresponds to the first system, here this 2 corresponds to the second system, where this gamma is called spontaneous decay rate and n is the mean photon number of the bath, we generally take as Planck distribution. Okay. So, I have given the form of these forms for these j plus and j minus. So, you see this basically it is acting on 0 state of the first system, it will give you 1, and acting on 1 it will give you 0, similarly for the other. So, this is for qubit, and for the harmonic oscillator you will have to replace them by creation and annihilation operators. Okay. So, for Markovian master equation, the good thing is, although it is not unitary evolution, still I can have a completely positive map out of these dynamics. So, if the dynamics is not Markovian, which is non Markovian, then there is no guarantee that it will give rise to a completely positive map, but for this Lindblad form of Markovian equation, it is always guaranteed because of the semi group property that these dynamics will give rise to a completely positive map. So, this L is called this Lindbladian or Lindblad operator. So, basically the complete positivity means this time evolved density matrix of the system you can get by the action of a linear operator V t on the initial state of the system, and this linear operator is generated by this Lindbladian. Okay. And because this is completely positive map, we can have its Krauss representation. So, the Krauss representations will look like this. So, the time evolved density matrix will have this form, these AITs are Krauss operators. So, they will have to satisfy this condition AIT dagger AIT is equal to identity. Okay. So, therefore, because we are taking the local dynamics and because this is Markovian evolution each of the local dynamics, and because this is a completely positive map, so we will have the Krauss operators. These are same Krauss operators for both the systems because the interactions are symmetric. So, therefore, I can write the time evolved density matrix for the entire system, that means the bipartite system, in this form. Okay. So, the thing is, because this is, so this part, if I look at it, this is a kind of local quantum operation. So, ultimately, if I can manage to calculate the entanglement in this, and entanglement in rho is 0, it will decay with respect to time, because this is, so this is the property of thermodynamics of entanglement. So, under no local operations, entanglement in the bipartite density matrix will increase. Okay. So, let us assume that this tau e is the time of complete loss of entanglement. So, if I start from some entangled state, let us call this tau of e is the time it takes to go to 0 entangled state, that means a separable state. Okay. On the other hand, there is something called, so because the system is interacting with the environment, so there will be these recurrence phenomena. So, basically there will be loss of coherence due to the interaction of the system with the bath. So, now if I look at the time taken for complete loss of coherence, let us call it tau is k for the kth system, maybe 1 or 2. So, because I have taken symmetric interaction, so this will be same tau of s. So, this tau of s can be thought of as the time taken for the complete loss of coherence. So, the entanglement sudden death phenomena, which shows that there are some states, initial states of this bipartite system, for which this tau of s is exponentially larger than tau of E. So, therefore, these entanglement will die down to 0 much faster than the loss in coherence. So, this was coined as entanglement sudden death by Wu and Eberle, and this has been experimentally verified recently. Okay. So, what Wu and Eberle has done, they have shown these entanglement sudden death phenomena for a 2-qubit system first in this paper, but because I have taken a heat bath, there is associated temperature with it. So, they have taken the 0 temperature heat bath and they have shown these entanglement sudden death for a certain class of 2-qubit states, and then these people have shown the entanglement sudden death phenomena for finite temperature heat bath, but they have taken into account these kind of 2-qubit density matrices. This is like, it looks like X. So, on the principal diagonal and this off diagonal there are entries, otherwise they are 0. So, I have taken this rho x 0 as a valid density matrix. Of course, it will be a valid density matrix depending upon the values of these parameters. So, you see that there are 7 real parameters here, because it is a density matrix, it will depend upon 7 real parameters. Now, a 2-qubit density matrix generally depends upon 15 real parameters. Okay. So, if I write it down in the Hilbert-Smith form, it will have 15 real parameters. Now, but I can bring this 2-qubit density matrix into a canonical form involving 9 real parameters, but here it is 7. So, if you think that, well, can I generate all 2-qubit density matrices by acting local unitary operations on this? Answer is no, because still it will have 7 plus 6, 13 parameters, right. So, a general 2-qubit density matrix will have 15 parameters. So, by looking at the entanglement sudden death phenomena for this class of states, it did not cover the entanglement sudden death phenomena for all the 2-qubit density matrices. Okay. The important thing is, under the action of these equation, these Markovian master equation, which I have just this equation, this works locally. So, under the action of this, the form of these states will remain invariant. This can be shown. Okay.
How do you set these as invariant? Basically, you set them as zeros. How do you set them? Is there a logic?
No. See, I apply these dynamics. So, I apply, for example, I can apply these Krauss operators. I will give the form of these Krauss operators on. So, I have taken this rho 0 to be x. So, I apply these Krauss operators there. I have a definite form of these Krauss operators I will give you, and then ultimately you will get the matrix which is of this form. Okay. So, the idea here, I mean, what we want is to see whether these family of X states is the entire family of 2-qubit density matrices, or it can be extended further. Okay. So, for that reason, see what, as I said, see if I just apply these local. So, why I am restricting to local unitary transformation? Because I know that entanglement in rho x 0 and entanglement in rho are same. So, therefore, there is no harm in starting with this kind of states instead of rho x 0. But still, as I said, this will generate 9 parameter family, not 9 parameters, 13 parameter family, whereas a generic 2 qubit density matrix will have 15 parameters. Okay. So, here is an observation. So, if I take this pure state, which is alpha 0 0 plus beta 1 1, it can be shown that the density matrix corresponding to this pure state will have these will be of the form of X state. Okay. So, therefore, one can also talk about the entanglement sudden death for these kind of states. Okay. So, as I said, the goal is to we would like to see whether the family of X states can be extended so that the ESD would occur for each member of this extended family. In particular, can ESD occur for arbitrary 2 qubit entanglement? Okay. So, for this 2 qubit system, because I am considering 2 qubit and 2 Gaussian modes, so 2 harmonic oscillator modes. So, for the 2 qubit system, it can be shown that these V which I talked about earlier, so these are the Krauss operators, 4 Krauss operators. So, these are 2 by 2 matrices. So, one can solve the corresponding Markovian equation, Mustard equation, and find out these Krauss operators, and these are the coefficients lambda plus minus y 1 y 2 etc. So, they will depend upon time. So, here x will depend upon t. Okay. So, ideally what we would have expected is instead of starting from rho a 0, I start from its local unitary transform version. I apply this Markovian Mustard equation locally. So, I will get some state. So, ideally I would have expected that the time evolved density matrix will be again locally unitarily connected, because that would give, make our life more easy, but that is not the case. So, I cannot always find out such u v u prime v prime such that that equation will be valid. Okay. So, therefore, because in that case, as I said, these decoherence time, not decoherence time, loss of entanglement, the time for loss of entanglement would be same for rho s t and rho, this time evolved rho s 0 and the state. Okay. So, instead of that, because I know that this does not hold good always. So, instead of that, let us look at whether one can find out local operations, these B k and C l, such that if I apply it on the time evolved density matrix of rho s 0. Okay. So, if I apply this on rho s t, I will get back the time evolved version of these matrix, this U cross B locally unitarily connected to rho s 0. In that case, I could say that the entanglement in this entire density matrix will be at most equal to the entanglement of this time evolved density matrix rho s t. So, let us see whether such operators would exist. Okay. So, let us call this as sigma s t. See, this is like again Krauss representation. So, this will be a density matrix. So, provided of course, these B k t's they will satisfy these formula for Krauss operators etc. So, what we do is, so I look for the time evolved density matrix sigma is 0, which is locally unitarily connected to the initial state rho is 0. Okay. And therefore, because of this local connection, I can say that entanglement in rho s t will be less than or equal to, and sigma s t will be less than or equal to entanglement in rho s t. Okay. So, let us see whether we can find out such operators. So, let us choose these B k's and C l in such a way that B k's will satisfy these equations. So, the U is the original unitary operator, and similarly C l will satisfy this equation, where these coefficients, this dkm comma n and d prime lm comma n, they will be basically columns of, so they will satisfy this unitarity relation. So, in other words, you can say that these dkm n and d prime lm n are the m nth elements entries of this matrix. This is a projection. So, where this j k is basically the kth column of this matrix. So, we look for such b k's and c l's. So, therefore, so we would like to find out these b k's and c k's. Now, let us define another, well, this should be tilde, this is a k tilde, somehow it is missed. So, this is here. So, this should be tilde here. Okay. So, this a k tilde is just a linear superposition of a m, these original Krauss operators, and these j k m's are nothing but the k mth entry of that matrix, the unitary matrix I have written down earlier. Okay. And so, once I choose this thing, it will follow that b k and a k tilde will satisfy these equations, similarly for c l. So, therefore, if we can now show that these a k tildes are invertible, I can find out these b k's and similarly c l's. Now, the Krauss operators, what I have given earlier, this a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, it can be shown indeed that these a k tildes are invertible, and therefore, I can define these b k's in this way and similarly c l's in this way, and therefore, I can now tell that this equation is satisfied. This condition, what I have written here, this will be satisfied. Now, the point is, even if this is satisfied, I should also satisfy these, the property that they are Krauss operators, and they will indeed, it can again be shown that they will also satisfy this condition. Okay. So, thus we see that this time evolved initial state, which is locally unitarily connected to rho is 0, will also have entanglement sudden death. Okay. So, in other words, the so if I know that this state has entanglement sudden death, any locally unitarily connected state will have also entanglement sudden death. Okay. Now, what about arbitrary, because we are looking for entanglement sudden death phenomena for 2 qubit state, arbitrary 2 qubit state. Okay. So, how will I proceed? So, I have told you that this is a state which is within the family of X states. So, it will show entanglement sudden death. Now, any 2 qubit pure state can be locally unitarily connected to this. So, therefore, any 2 qubit pure state will have entanglement sudden death. Now, if I look for arbitrary 2 qubit mixed state, so this will be mixture of projectors on either this state or its locally unitarily connected state. So, therefore, each such state will have entanglement sudden death property. Hence, these any arbitrary 2 qubit mixed state will also have entanglement sudden death property. Of course, you can say that what will happen to tau e. Of course, this tau e will have to choose as the maximum of tau e's of such size. Okay. So, therefore, you see that every 2 qubit state will show entanglement sudden death. So, therefore, what we have seen that arbitrary 2 qubit state will show entanglement sudden death. Of course, this time for loss of entanglement will be different, that is okay. So, now we come to the entanglement sudden death phenomena for Gaussian states. So, before we go to this phenomena, let me just briefly sketch about Gaussian states. So, the Hilbert space of this system, this is 2 mode system, is this is a Fock space and this is another Fock space. So, this is the tensor product of 2 Fock spaces. Now, for treating Gaussian states, it is convenient to go to the symplectic structure. So, I take this vector of observables x 1 the position for the first mode, momentum for the first mode, position for the second mode, momentum for the second mode, and they we know that they will satisfy these commutation relation. So, this matrix which is a 4 by 4 matrix is called as a symplectic matrix. So, under symplectic transformation these matrix will remain invariant. Okay. Now, Gaussian states are conveniently described in terms of Wigner function. So, a Wigner function corresponding to the xi which I mentioned earlier is basically is integral of this characteristic function and somewhat like this. Okay. So, this characteristic function for this Wigner distribution will look like this. So, rho s is the density matrix of the 2 mode Gaussian state. Okay. Now, it is known that for Gaussian states you need only the first moment and second moment, nothing else is required. So, you need these first moments and the second moment. Okay. So, this is the symmetrized anti-commutation relation. Okay. So, if you know these two things, this is called the jkth entry of the covariance matrix, then you know everything about Gaussian state. Okay. Now, under local symplectic transformations like so, or local canonical transformation you can say, a Gaussian state, I mean the covariance matrix of a Gaussian state can always be brought into this form, but I have taken here a symmetric Gaussian state. If it is asymmetric, then these two, this n will be different from this n. So, I have only considered symmetric Gaussian states. So, under local symplectic transformations, I can always bring the covariance matrix in this canonical form. So, this canonical form is very useful to study the entanglement property of Gaussian states. So, a 2 mode Gaussian state will be corresponding to this covariance matrix will be entangled if and only if they satisfy these relation. So, n minus k x times n minus k p is less than 1 by 4. So, I will only, so basically, so therefore, now the thing is earlier when I described this 2 qubit system, this master equation, I took the master equation for the density matrix. Here it is convenient to talk about in terms of the phase space probability distributions. So, I have taken here the p distribution. So, as you know, we have seen that Wigner distribution is a convenient description for density matrices of a continuous variable system. So, we can also describe the density matrix in terms of what is called Glover-Sudarshan p distribution. So, this is a function of alpha alpha star, but this is not well behaved function, it can become singular. But the important property is, if I take, so here I have taken single mode, if I take 2 mode system for example, then I will have to modify it by alpha alpha star for first mode and beta beta star for the second mode, and these are the projectors on the coherent states. So, if this quantity, this p turns out to be non-negative, then I call this corresponding density matrix as a classical one. If it is negative for some values of alpha, beta, etc., we call it as non-classical one. I mean, this is also true for single mode. Okay. So, this p will satisfy, as I said, instead of taking the Markovian master equation in terms of rho, I will take the corresponding equation in terms of this p distribution. So, the corresponding master equation for single mode system can be cast in this form. Okay. Now, as I said, I am looking for these, I am dealing with this canonical form of the covariance matrix, and therefore, I do not need to look at the first moments because they will be 0 here. So, what I do now? So, if I know what will happen to the covariance matrix. By the way, I should mention here that the Krauss representation of this master equation for single mode will correspond to a Gaussian channel. So, acting on a Gaussian state, it will produce a Gaussian state. So, therefore, the time evolved covariance matrix, which is, so this is the, so if this is the initial covariance matrix, if I solve this equation, it can be shown that the time evolved covariance matrix will have this form. So, this is the initial covariance matrix, and this n prime is n is this average photon number and gamma is this spontaneous decay rate. Okay. So, therefore, if I can understand the symplectic eigenvalues of this covariance matrix, I am through, whether it is entangled or not. Okay. So, now the equation, the condition what I have written earlier for this thing. So, this is for this canonical form, but you do not need to get the canonical form always, you do not have the canonical form always. So, but nevertheless, for this gamma of t which I written just earlier. So, if I calculate this quantity, so this gamma of t will represent entanglement if and only if this quantity is less than 1 by 4, where z is e to the power minus gamma t. Okay. So, the question is, can I have a value of E for certain time for which this is equal to 1 by 4? If it is 1 by 4, then of course, it will remain greater than or equal to 1 by 4. It will never go down 1 by 4 because this is a local operation. So, therefore, I would like to find out that value of t which will satisfy the equation here instead of inequality, and you can just solve this thing and find out that such t exists and which is finite. So, therefore, for these two mode Gaussian state, of course, I have taken this tau gamma of 0 is not arbitrary covariance matrix, this is the canonical form covariance matrix. So, if I take this form of canonical form of covariance matrix, it can be shown that this E will become equal to 1 by 4 in finite time, and therefore, for a Gaussian state with this covariance matrix will always show entanglement sudden death. Okay. So, that is it. Now, the thing which I think I have finished quite early. Okay, good, that is fine. So, what we could not show is, as we have done for the 2 qubit system, is whether if I do not take in this canonical form, if I do not take in this canonical form of the covariance matrix, if I take some other form, more general form, will that show entanglement sudden death? Answer might be yes, but we are yet to prove it. So, we are trying to prove it. The important thing is we would like to do the similar analysis for non-Markovian case. For non-Markovian dynamics also, people have shown entanglement sudden death, but of course, the master equation you will have to choose carefully so that it will give rise to a completely positive map. In that case also people have shown the entanglement sudden death phenomena for certain class of states. So, we would like to extend these analysis. It might be interesting that, so through this structure of local unitary connection, we are basically looking at the symmetry property of the master equation. Thank you.
For questions?